What's poppin', y'all? This is Deidre with One Shot Game, man. You already know how the motto go. You get one shot at life, but a lifetime to learn all the game you need to help improve your life. The choice is yours on which route you choose to take. Now, as I always say, you get two choices: the ability to faithfully settle in the life that has been set out for you, or the ability to pave a path towards your destiny. That choice is also up to you. So before I get into the title of my video, I want to say a big shout out to all my supporters. You guys are great, and even the ones behind the scenes, I see y'all too. So look, the title of this video is going to be on the fact that I was just vibing out and chilling, and something came across my mind of, understanding the journey and the healing that we all going through, and understanding and realizing that everybody is on different pages at different speeds, but I've come to the understanding that if the universe wants to align you with people, you know what I'm saying, sometimes they will, to help you spin the block. People be thinking that it's not healthy to spin the block, or, people are always going to be one way for the rest of their life, but I beg to differ, and I only say that from my own personal experience. Like, I refer to my grandma a lot because y'all just don't understand. She hurt me in a lot of ways, you know what I'm saying? But for whatever reason, I just could not love her, you know what I'm saying? I always showed my love in ways that I could, you know what I'm saying, to let her know that I might not can't understand right now what you're going through, but that doesn't mean I love you any less. You know what I'm saying? And trust and believe that a lot of what people project on the others is really coming from what is inside of them. You know what I'm saying? I started to understand and realize that a lot of the people that I have a connection with come from the same star family that we've been told doesn't exist, but it really does. And I've noticed that everybody I have a connection with is all about family. You know what I'm saying? I swear I had some of the best times, you feel me, linking up with people and their family, you know what I'm saying, and hanging out and enjoying myself. The only thing is, due to, us having to go and heal, I just want to be love for being me. You know what I'm saying? Why would I have to change to be able to fit in somebody's circle? I wouldn't want you to change and be somebody else to fit in my circle. You know what I'm saying? And I've told somebody that, like, regardless what you do, I'm still gonna have your back. You know what I'm saying? Don't matter. And if people really, truly, honestly look at the overall general picture, the energies that are really against each other need to come together to be able to form a balanced life. You know what I'm saying? I don't hate anybody. I'm not anybody's enemy. You know what I'm saying? I really, truly love my people, for real. From my real family on down to, you know what I'm saying, the people that I called my family. You know what I'm saying? The bonds over years and time. But y'all got to understand, currently at this point, it was crucial that a lot of us had to do the healing. You know what I'm saying? To be able to fully, truly understand who we are. And a lot of what I talk about, oftentimes, I experienced it through people that I trusted, because, again, you got to think about it. Those are the people that hurt you first, that you gain your experience from. But what if those experiences are used to help my people get out of the fire? You know what I'm saying? For real, because I had some good times and I never had any beef or discrepancies with anybody. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of the people I grew up with became my family. People that, you know what I'm saying, I trusted. But due to, them spiritual chains be thick. And a lot of times when they don't align up with that spiritual history, it starts turning into things that you can't describe. But I think it boils down to individual healing. You know what I'm saying? And realizing and knowing that it could be very much possible that if it's meant to be, you know what I'm saying, the universe will make it happen. And a lot of what I got this video from came from a video I seen of Nelly explaining how, you know what I'm saying, he spent the block with Ashanti. You know, they betrayed each other. They broke up. They was doing different things. And when he came back in her life, of course, the mom was feeling some type of way about it. You know what I'm saying? But it was like how he explained it, you know what I'm saying, was like Ashanti's mom, you know what I'm saying, got her back and protect her cubs. And he, because of the family he come from, it wasn't like that, you know what I'm saying. So they grew up in two different families, but the ability for him to love that means I'm about to go through war for you, you know what I'm saying, and I hope that you can see I'm going through war for you, you know what I'm saying. And I think that brings the love back in a situation, you know what I'm saying. And me just being who I am genuinely is that I didn't change. I just grew more and protected myself because I didn't want to be used by the people that I love so dearly, you know. I'm really going to go through the fire because I really love y'all for real, you know what I'm saying. And this world needs, I truly believe, the type of love we express to continue to keep going on, you know what I'm saying. But you got to think about it, like a lot of people look at my culture people as the ones who don't get along the most, who's always fighting, who's the most violent, you know what I'm saying, because of the pent up issues that we have, you know what I'm saying, the growth that sometimes we don't know we need to do, you know what I'm saying, until I feel as if the universe's energy on the planet right now is available for us to be able to, you know what I'm saying, grow in areas. I think really a lot of the reason why I'm stagnant in my life on a physical level is because it hasn't quite connected yet. You know what I'm saying? There are people who still are dealing with things that see me as the target and the opposition, but I'm not. You know what I'm saying? I will really go to war for the people I love and care about. You know what I'm saying? Especially because I'm a human trying to figure it out, and I just want to give people the ability to know that they actually have someone that's truly by their side that they can rely on while they figure it out. You feel me? For real. Because at some point our energy is connected, and despite what we may have going on in the physical, our souls had a connection that, you know what I'm saying, let all of us know that, hey, it's a reason why we kicking it with this person. It's a reason why, you know what I'm saying, this person is around. It's a reason why we established such a relationship bond with this person. It's a reason why we felt a connection that we can't quite explain, because we are a star system, which is a star system that promotes love, healing, and growth. But we cannot do that if we don't heal ourselves first. I have to really, truly get down to the meat and potatoes and say that everybody that I have associated with have an ability to read people in a way where it's almost scary. You know what I'm saying? But imagine if we can use that ability to protect ourselves from outsiders instead of trying to protect ourselves from each other. You know what I'm saying? But it takes healing and growth. And I just truly believe, like, because they spent the block on each other, Nelly and Ashanti, after all those years, and now they're happy together. Sometimes it's not the right time, and sometimes it takes time for healing and growth, but if it's meant to be, it will be. And a lot of the content I make focuses on the dark, so I'm trying to gear myself towards focusing more on the light. But I ain't gonna lie, it's difficult some days, because I wake up and I just be thinking about all the pain I endured, all the things I went through, you know what I'm saying, and how it's a learning experience to be able to grow out of that and become a better person. And a lot of people will feel as if you changed, or, you know what I'm saying, you're a different person, but you're really the same person. You just created boundaries for yourself so you wouldn't allow yourself to get hurt. If you look at it a different way, you'll be able to understand it. You know what I'm saying? I started to look at how my grandmother would test me. And it's not that she didn't love me. I think she loved me a lot. It's just she would test me to see if I would break at the things that broke her and why she wasn't able to achieve the things she wanted in life. So because you're not aware of that's what's happening, you know what I'm saying? And when you do, it's too late in life. I truly believe that's what she was doing. You feel me? You may think I'm hard on you, you know what I'm saying? But I really do love you. But I had to just see. You know what I'm saying? Are you really going to turn into someone that's as dark as me because of what I've been through in life? If you don't, You know what I'm saying? I'll be upset, but I can't really because you my granddaughter. You know what I'm saying? And I know that for a fact because there will be conversations we will have and I wouldn't hear nothing back. And that's how I know I was speaking light, speaking the truth. You can't run from the truth when it starts to make sense. But maybe in the past, someone would have said that to you. You still in your fog, so you can't see it. I believe truly that it takes healing, takes time. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people that I feel as if targeting me the most, in some way we have a connection. Like me and my child's father, we share a whole kid together. That's still my baby. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, we have to somehow figure out how to work together. Period. You know what I'm saying? But I'm willing to understand however long that takes is however long I'm willing to wait to understand that I'm not against nobody. You know what I'm saying? I'm not the opposition. I maybe have been the first one to learn what I needed to learn to be able to protect myself from the opposition so that I can figure out a way to protect the people I love. You know what I'm saying? Straight like that. So again, that just gave me some hope and motivation to the fact that a lot of times there's a lot of people that will continue to promote the darkness, continue to promote evil, because I feel like truly they haven't healed and they still working on themselves. So they have become these people that are isolated. Now, understanding, no, I don't need nobody. You know what I'm saying? But I built up a strong enough barrier to protect myself. I don't have to engage with other people engage in. I don't got to do what you got to do. Don't try to control me and make me something, you feel me, to fit your category. I ain't trying to change you, so don't try to change me. You know what I'm saying? This is what it is. But at the same time, we have a mutual understanding as far as when it comes to understanding each other on a soul level. You know? And I truly believe it's just a lot of the people from the same star system as I'm from was scared of love because we didn't have the right people around us who taught us how to be powerful in that star system because of the simple fact that, you know what I'm saying, everybody was living a 3D life and it had us caught up in the things we can see, even though sometimes, a lot of the times, we may have felt like we were very different from a lot of people. You may be times where, you know what I'm saying, you lay in bed and you're feeling like, why do I feel like this? Why do I feel so different? You know what I'm saying? And so I've come to the realization that I am very skilled at reading people. On my mama, you know what I'm saying? But I also know that the people I have a connection with is very skilled at it too. But how about we take our powers and use it against the opposition that's trying to break us apart instead of using it on each other? You know what I'm saying? And that takes healing. That takes a lot of work. And the time limit sometimes is often unlimited. You don't know. But I know one thing though. If the universe, God, Allah, whoever you choose to pray to, is teaching a certain lesson, it'll only be a matter of time before it'll line up. You feel me? Because listen, I'm in SAC, and I know a lot of people that is in SAC too. You know what I'm saying? So maybe we're just not meant to connect right now because people still have the same behavior, which means you're going to look at me as something you can use, something that's a target. Listen, just be regular with me. Don't come around me talking about money problems and, you know what I'm saying, stuff that you wouldn't normally talk to me about because that's going to let me know you're trying to use me. Be regular. I got a big heart. If I can help, I will. But don't underestimate the power of my heart by using me because then I'm going to feel some type of way. And once I got to get to that space of protecting myself, I'm going to read you like a book and I'm going to hurt your feelings. You know what I'm saying? And you ain't going to like me. You know, so just don't play. Let's not play games. You know what I'm saying? A lot of us have been through so much pain that the belly of the beast is showing. You know what I'm saying? And that beast is showing and it's taking us to places where it's hard for us to have to be able to communicate or link up because people are still operating from the beast. But when you learn how to control it, you know what I'm saying? The beast will only come out when it feels it needs to protect itself. It's the animal instinct that we all have, but it's been out of control because we didn't know how to control it. But now that we do, because of healing and growth, we can understand and realize that it can get real dangerous if you play with our hearts. You know what I'm saying? Listen, I've had so many good experiences, you know what I'm saying, with people that I wouldn't take back for nothing, you know. But I truly believe that if we all operating from a beast space, you know what I'm saying, because we are mad at the people who hurt us. Think of how you may be You feel me? It's war now. It's my beast against your beast. I'm hurt too. You feel me? So now we scrapping it out. When in reality, once the beast goes and hibernates back in, we start to realize, damn, I'm hurting somebody that really loved me for real. I just never knew what it felt like to be truly loved, because everybody that I offered and extended myself to hurt me. You know? I truly have seen that in someone. You know what I'm saying? That really took real love for granted because they didn't know what love was. And again, you got to know and understand, sometimes whatever you experience with a certain person, you may not go back to that space. You know what I'm saying? But y'all able to be cordial in life. You know what I'm saying? Maybe it might be the same. Maybe it might not. You never know. But I feel like you don't know if you don't try. Sometimes they get better. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people can't understand when it's them. So that's why I use celebrity experiences, because oftentimes people can relate to people they don't have no contact with or they don't see. But when it comes to us, it's completely different. And you got to think that, listen, Nelly and Ashanti married. They have a good old relationship and they got a whole ass son. And it's even better now than it was back then, because truly and honestly, all those years apart probably taught them lessons on how to better improve and be there. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? Stand on the front line for people. I'll never forget how that video touched me, how Nelly said, you know what I'm saying? The type, it's okay if he goes back down and not having nothing, because he ain't never had nothing before when it comes to like emotionals, I think. You feel me? So to be able to, you know what I'm saying, be around someone that has a protective mode, I'm in love with that. You know what I'm saying? I'm in love with people who, you feel me, keep their families together. They have meetings, you feel me, they love each other, they come together, they share a bond, like, and because of that, that means I'm gonna go to war. You feel me? But don't treat me as something, you feel me, you can't understand because I'm willing to go to war. You know what I'm saying? Treat me like somebody. Big shout out to Tink. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to have to change. Accept me for who I am, because I'm going to accept you for who you are. You know what I'm saying? I know and realize that behind a lot of people is an ugly beast who, if provoked because of being hurt, is something that's really deadly. But at the same time, on the surface, they're the most lovable people you'll ever meet. Always being there for people. Always having people back. Always making sure they can be there when somebody need help. You know what I'm saying? Just don't be afraid to, you know, amp up your boundaries when it comes to that. Otherwise, you're not going to know how to tame your beast because you don't have boundaries. So it's going to be easily triggered at people who may just be innocent trying to love you because you don't know how to control it yet. You know what I'm saying? Listen, I'm open. But I know the power of that energy of, you feel me, not emotional, money, get it, da-da-da, because I know y'all for real. And then the ones that's emotional, telling the truth, if we link up and we come back together, how much life will be smooth sailing. You know what I'm saying? But it takes healing. You know what I'm saying? And listen, when that energy, it's either male or female. I'm not the type of person that's so religious that I have to live by the Bible. I'm not one of them. I know that beast is also in women, just like it's in males. You know what I'm saying? And when those certain women get back to who they are and control what they have inside of them, and they link up with someone that has figured out how to control it, that energy together creates an electric field that brings families together, you know what I'm saying, and creates love and harmony and balance in the world. And so, you know, you just never know. Just keep living your life, keep doing you, you know what I'm saying, and the more you work on yourself and you heal yourself, the more you attract good things to you. I didn't know how that process worked sometimes. So some days I wake up, I don't be feeling it. But I know that each day is a process, because this healing is not something you could stick in the microwave. This is decades of generational curses that we breaking, and it's taking time. So again, I love everybody, you know what I'm saying? I hope that, you know, at some point people can do the healing, but just know and understand you will never cross paths with me if you want to fake as if you've done healing that you really haven't. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people are well aware of what they do and have full control of how they act. You can continue to stay stuck on that path, or you can actually be doing the work. And I really, truly believe that there are a lot of people that I'm not in contact with right now because they know if they were to reach out to me, it would be dangerous. That's doing the healing. So you feel me? I love y'all. And you know what I'm saying? Keep going on your journey. And promise, you feel me? I'm there, regardless if I'm there or not. You get me? So again, if you don't know what it is, I just told you. Please make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe.